Hello, welcome. This is Blockchain Bloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Attila Pink, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that we're living in crazy times. Tariffs, yes, no, maybe, postponed for 90 days. China got extra amounts. So, well, the market is crazy, decisions changing one day to another. So let's talk about that. The new CPI data is out, which is actually better than the forecast predicted. We have a new SEC chairman, at least the Senate voted. And the possibility for options on spot Ether ETFs is also there, as the SEC approved it. So guys, all this in today's video. And don't forget, every single day I'm bringing you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news here on Blockchain Bloom to keep you up to date. So from Monday to Thursday, you're getting these longer videos, but between Monday and Sunday, you're getting short videos every single day. The essence of the news in less than 1 minute. So if you subscribe, you won't miss a single thing. And if you like this kind of content, then simply hit the like button. And now let's do it. Alright, so let's look at the market. Well, Bitcoin is up 6% in the last 24 hours. Crazy, right? Ethereum up more than 8% in the last 24 hours. Ethereum $1,586 US, Bitcoin $81,507 US. What else is up? Fartcoin 33%. We have Flare 24%, BitTensor 18%. Many double digits ups. Up again. Losers, well, zk is 7% down. We have Tezos 3.5%, Story 2%, but actually the market is pretty good now. We had a lot of dumps, and now finally we start to recover a little bit. Oops. Okay. When we're looking at the Bitcoin price, you know, yesterday we had a crazy day, not just in Bitcoin, in all markets, basically. On that day, you know, yesterday it was down at $74,553 US, and we went all the way up to 83,583 US dollars. So, but this 82 level, you know, stopped us, and now we are right here, waiting for the next move. And now let's discuss basically what really happened. Well, the craziness around these tariffs is just increasing, because basically, as I showed you, you know, this was Bitcoin. But guys, let's look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq went up 12.55% yesterday. That's a tremendous gain. From an index like Nasdaq. S&P 500 more than 10%, you know, yesterday. That's really crazy. And this is basically that Donald Trump issued a 90-day pause on reciprocal tariffs and lowered the tariffs rate to 10% on countries that do not retaliate with counter tariffs. On the other hand, China got 125%. So the tariff war is really on now between the US and China. And the market kind of ignored this one. It was rather focusing on this, and therefore actually everything kind of you know, went up. And this is actually crazy. Listen to this one. I mean, who can follow this, to be honest with you?
The president was asked and answered this yesterday. He said he's not considering an extension or a delay. I spoke to him before this briefing. That was not his mindset. He expects that these tariffs are going to go into effect. And there will be a 90-day pause on the reciprocal tariffs as these negotiations are ongoing. And the tariff level will be brought down to a universal 10% tariff.
I love this one, which is coming.
Many of you in the media clearly missed the art of the deal. You clearly failed to see what President Trump is doing here.
Right. So basically, there is an official announcement that they're not even thinking about it to put a 90-day pause, and this was a misleading information. A day later, they come out, yeah, sure, we're doing it. And, well, we're missing the art. Yeah, okay, missing the art. Trump's response to this, that was also amazing.
Credibility, Mike, because you said that these tariffs would go into effect on Monday. You said no pause. Today there is a pause. So how can people believe your word today?
It's not a question of that. You have to have flexibility.
Sure, you have to have flexibility, right? This is how it goes. That's crazy what's going on right now. And well, as you can see it here, Dow ends up over 2.9 point higher, Nasdaq 12%, as I showed you, S&P 500 almost 10% here. Crazy days. And when we're looking at the Asian market, they all opened in green. And basically, this one is changing now. And this is the prediction for the next FOMC meeting, if the page going to load. Will it? Yeah. Now, this is just 20%. Remember, yesterday, we talked about like 50-50, that the Fed going to cut rates. But because this happened and it pushed up the market, now this went down. And actually, it was much lower today at around 13% or something like that. So let's look at June. How has changed that one? So in June, most likely that we're going to have cuts, but this is just keep changing. So who knows what's going to happen with this? But now the market really still lives in uncertainty. I think this is the thing. And if you would like to be a trader, this is what you're basically doing. Seriously. So basically, is it red? It's green. Red, green. Where? Go left, right, short, long. It's unpredictable what's going to happen to the market. I think this shows it perfectly. Okay. And now let's move to the next topic, because the new CPI data just came out just before I recording this video. So it just came out like a couple of minutes ago, and it's better than they expected, right? 2.5 was the forecast, and it turned out to be 2.4. So it's better, and now we can see that in basically the February and the March was better than expected, and actually it's going down, the inflation. So this is definitely a positive sign. When we're looking at core CPI, actually it's also good. For a long time we haven't seen core CPI. How long? Under 3, extremely long. Can we go for more? Yeah. Okay, I'm not going further. So now we have the core CPI 2.8. Also the forecast was 3. So the direction is good where we are heading, but it's not even close to have a QE. So this is just a direction, but we are not there yet, and therefore there's a lot of uncertainty on the market. Okay, the US Senate voted for the new SEC chair. Right, so it looks like now it's official. The US Senate voted, and the new chair, because of this, going to be Paul Atkins, who is actually definitely a pro-crypto person, according to the things, what he has said and done so far. So we're going to see how the whole thing will, play out. We had Gary Gensler in the past, and it was really, in a different direction, put it this way. And now he probably going to be now officially the next one. So we're looking forward what kind of things he going to do. Right. Okay. Next topic. It's all about that SEC approves options on spot Ether ETF. Another option to trade spot Ether ETFs actually is the options. So the US Securities and Exchange Commission has granted regulatory approval for exchanges to list and trade options contracts on Ether exchange traded funds. So this is another new thing. Also, Ethereum price came back a little bit, and had some gains recently when the market now pumped. Because, for a while, Ethereum really looked dead and just going down and down and down. But, nothing is for sure right now. It's really difficult to predict what the market going to do. There are surprises to one day to another. They just blur it out of the blue, and then the market just reacts. So we're living in crazy times right now. Be very careful. I wouldn't advise anybody to do leverage trading, because you really don't know what's going to happen next. But sooner or later, we're going to find a bottom. And when we find a bottom and things will be more clear in which direction the market is going to continue, then probably we can have a nice recovery. But when exactly, what's going to happen now in April and May, the next couple of weeks, months, a lot of uncertainty on the market. So Nothing has changed what we have seen a week ago, but what we see, it's like a roller coaster ride, up and down, and probably this is what will continue now for a while. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Don't forget, every single day I'm bringing you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news here on Blockchain Bloom to keep you up to date. So if that's important, simply subscribe to this YouTube channel and also hit the like button if you like this kind of content. See you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.